Good morning. It's Monday. How was your weekend? I'll stop the bowl. This bowl is going to go into my talk today. Welcome to Motivational Mondays with a splash of money because we could use a little bit of both. And before I hit go live, I played this beautiful bowl that was given to me as a gift. Thank you again so much. This bowl was carried through Tibet and was given to me at my last recharge event, and I'm loving this bowl. So I played that first, and I lit a guardian angel candle. And my intention is that the healing from this bowl and the healing and love and light from this guardian angel candle goes through the ethers to you and reaches you today wherever you are. So the topic of today's discussion under Motivational Mondays with a Splash of Money is what I like to call the golden circle. In fact, I'm very corny if you know me. I love corniness, and I bought this golden circle when I talked about this concept at the Pacific Symposium years ago. The golden circle is an approach to your business or your practice. It's an approach to your patients. It's how you approach them. Instead of treating and streeting, right? I'm going to treat them and street them. You're like, no, 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 no. I'm going to create this beautiful golden circle. And once you enter the golden circle, I'm going to continue to make our connection and our time together even more valuable to the point where you're not even going to want to leave the golden circle. Doesn't it sound inviting? Like, come to my golden circle. Okay, you had me at golden circle. It's continuous. It's not a start and stop. And again, what the golden circle isn't is treat them and street them mentality, whether that's business or your practice. So let's explore this idea of the golden circle. And it's basically around the ideas and proven. These are proven techniques that happy patients get better faster. So if you can increase patient satisfaction, your patients are going to get better faster. It's been clinically proven. How do I know this? Because I did that research for this book that I published in 2018 called More Than a Treatment. And I prove, well, it has been proven, I just revealed this research, that when you can create an environment that's warm and inviting and the patients really feel seen and heard, it increases their satisfaction and it improves treatment outcomes. They get better faster. They tell more people about you. I work with many practitioners and business owners that don't do much advertising at all. They don't have websites. They're just really good at what they do. And they probably practice, I'm sure they practice, the golden circle, which means once you engage with them, they keep you engaged. They keep adding value to that connection with you. And it is a lifelong relationship. If you really tether yourself to something you love in your business or in your practice, you don't want your patients to come and go. I still have patients and students and clients and customers from 20, 30 years ago that I still love and just really value and cherish. And it's because of the whole concept of the golden circle. It's your approach to your business. It's building relationships. If you are looking for a good book around this topic, Winning on Purpose is all about that. Instead of sending out a survey that says from 1 to 10, how much did you like the waiting room? From 1 to 10, how much did you like the treatment? No, there's one question. How likely are you to refer somebody to this business or practice? That's powerful, because if I refer your business, my reputation's on the line. So you better bet, if I'm likely to refer your business, you've been doing a good thing. Most likely you have the golden circle, okay? So the golden circle is just the overall arching concept is that you continually provide value and care for that patient or customer. All right? When you do that, they get better results. They tell more people. The other thing I want you to consider, when you create an exceptional experience for somebody, it's worth more money, isn't it? I know back before COVID and now opening back up, the movies, right? How many of you saw Top Gun? That was a good movie, right? Where did you see it? Did you see it at the General Cinema where it's like $15 and you're sitting next to all these people that might be spreading contagious conditions? Or did you go to Cinepolis or one of those nicer movie theaters where you pay a little bit more per ticket, but they bring drinks and food to your seat and you get these beautiful lounge chairs, right? You're willing to spend a little bit more on a nicer experience, aren't you? So many of you come to me because you want to make more money, you want to raise your prices, add value. One way to adding value is adding gemstones in your space. A lot of people just feel that that ambiance of the gemstones, that big amethyst crystal, is really helpful in just moving the energy in a space and harmonizing the energy in the space, whether it's conscious or subconscious. Get rid of the clutter in your space. So those I go into more details in here and more than the treatment. And that is the area when I really talk about the healing temple or your business practice. So that's for another Facebook Live. But today let's talk about the golden circle. And like I said, if you create a beautiful golden circle, and I'm going to give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ways that you can create a golden circle with your patients or clients today. You can improve patient satisfaction, customer satisfaction, get more business, and you can raise your prices for this. And by creating a better, like beautiful experience for people, right? You can charge more. So another example, I gave you the example of the movies, right? We'll pay a little bit more to go to a nicer theater. What about, think of bottle service. Now, maybe some of you are like, East, I don't go to bottle service. So let me tell you how bottle service works. If we go to Las Vegas and you want to go to a nightclub where all your friends are going, they're going to sell you bottle service. And what that means is for $600, they're going to get cheap vodka, like $20 vodka, and they're going to put it on the table with ice and fancy crystal glasses, and an attractive person is going to come serve it to you, and you're going to pay $600 for that because of the ambiance, the experience of being in that space. So how does it apply to you? What is the experience of coming to your practice? What is the experience of engaging with you? Is it easy? Is it easy to get a hold of you? I don't know. One of the things we've often said in medicine, in alternative medicine or complementary medicine, Chinese medicine is what I studied 25 years ago, is a patient's healing begins the moment they make the appointment with you because they're committed, right? So let's look at that from the other angle. So if the patient's healing begins the moment they make their appointment with you, how difficult or easy is it to make an appointment with you? So if I were to work with you on your golden circle, I would say online scheduling, or make it really easy for me to make an appointment with you. Please don't play phone tag with me, because you know what? If I have to play phone tag to reach you, I'm just going to give up, or I'm going to not be in the state of wanting to better myself and engage with you. So if it's really hard to get a hold of you or make an appointment with you, the golden circle is a bit broken. Do you send reminders that you're excited for me to come in? If it's hard to find your practice, do you send them something to say, hey, listen, park by here, this building is the easiest place to park? You know, all of that, the whole entire process of engaging with you, make it easy. You know, make that easy. And when you do, patients are going to be happier, clients are going to be happier, they're going to refer more people to you, so the likelihood of them referring people to you will be higher. And let's face it, would you love me to make your life easier for you? Would you love that? Yes, of course. So always, that's part of the golden circle as well. Like, how can I make this person's life easier? Am I going to ask them to write me a review? Follow me here. I just treated you and you're blissed out. You're like, oh my gosh, I feel so amazing. That was an amazing treatment, Lisa. I'm so great. And I give you a big warm hug and I say, have a great day. You start to walk out and I say, hey, Joan, can you write me a Google review? Ugh. Like Joan's like, ugh, one more thing to do, right? Okay, but East, how do I get reviews? Write the review for them. How about this? Hey, Joan, I'm so glad. Maybe I would wait until Joan goes home and enjoys the bliss of her treatment. Then maybe in the next day, I'll follow up with Joan and I'll say to Joan, how was that treatment? It takes about 24 hours for a treatment to fully go through your system. How did you sleep last night? I wanted to follow up with you. That's part of the golden circle. Do you follow up with your patients and customers? And Joan might email me back and say, I slept better than I've ever slept last night. Then you write back, that's amazing. May I use that as a testimonial? And Joan says, oh, of course. I can write you a better testimonial. And you say, no, Joan, I don't want to add more work to you. You've already got enough on your plate. This is perfect. I have it in this email. Thank you. Now you have a testimonial. Instead of asking Joan to go home and write one for you and that she's stressing out because she wants to make it the perfect testimonial. Same thing if you do want more Google reviews or Yelp reviews, after like a day or two after your session with somebody, write them an email checking in, just checking in. How did the treatment land for you? How are you feeling? I'm feeling great. Hey, I'm really trying to grow my business. And one of the ways is through Yelp reviews. So I wrote a Yelp review. If you're okay, could you copy and paste this onto Yelp? And all you have to do is click this link and it'll take you right to Yelp and you just can post this. You can edit it how you want. My whole purpose here is to make your life easier and then help bring more people so I can help more people. Do you see? It's like, oh yeah, I can do that. I can click and I can copy paste. But if you put more work on me, it's like, trust me, if you ask people to do reviews for you, there's a high percentage that they're going to go, oh, okay. And then they're going to like really fret over this, wanting it to be the most beautiful review for you. They're going to put pressure on themselves. They might even cancel their appointment with you the following week because they haven't finished that review and they're too embarrassed to tell you. So don't put yourself into that situation. All right. I promised you I have 9 ways that you can create a real golden circle. So number 1 is have ease of appointment. Like make it really easy to book an appointment with you or do business with you. Have a website that loads quickly, like all the things, because that's part of a person's experience with you. If you have a front desk person, please make sure that person is polite and courteous and represents you, because that is part of the experience with you. A warm invitation is part of the golden circle. So if you're out at an event and somebody says, what do you do for a living? You say, I help people make more money doing what they love while working less. Whoa, sounds interesting. Or you say, I help women get pregnant naturally. I help people get over migraines. I help people eliminate pain. I help people alleviate any intestinal issues and eat with ease and no bloating. Wow, that sounds amazing. How do you do that? I'm a practitioner of Chinese medicine. I'm a doctor of Chinese medicine. I have this product. I would love for you to try it. So it's a warm invitation. A warm invitation, instead of folding your arms or handing them a business card and telling them to look you up and call if they want. A warm invitation is part of that golden circle. And when you invite them, have an ease of appointment. Have an easy to find website, right? Like if you don't want to have business cards, and I really like just an easy website that I can find you and I don't have to print out all these business cards and then keep using paper and resources. Have an easy website, an easy way to find you that way. Once somebody engages with you, you have an easy way to set an appointment with you. It's very clear to understand your structure and your fees, so there's no confusion, right? Like a session with me is $250. It lasts up to 90 minutes. Click here to book now. Perfect, right? How easy is that? Because if $250 is too much for me, then I might not engage, and you and I don't have to spend time negotiating your fees, right? Everything being easy. And then when somebody does finally engage with you and they book an appointment with you or set an appointment with you or buy your product, be on time. I can't stress that enough. I have had so many people that I've worked with and I've loved them. They're so talented, but the fact that they're late, it just drives me nuts, right? It just be timely. That's part of the golden circle. Now, you can mess up on any of these 9 or 10 bullets that I have over here. And I'll put it into the description, so some of you might be saying, wow, we can't see your notes. I'll put it in the description, all right? I'll put it down in the comments, okay? So the warm invitation, ease of appointment, be on time. You know what? Involve family members. If you're in a practice, I often will involve family members or loved ones or roommates. I'll say, you know, if I'm working with somebody on a protocol or a treatment plan, especially with fertility, I'd always have the partner come in because there's going to be more buy-in. There's going to be more, if the family member and loved one can hear it from your words, what you're recommending, there's going to be more patient compliance. Because what often happens is you talk to the patient and you think you're really landing well with them with your communication, and in fact you're not. And then they go home and they try to explain what you try to tell them to their husband, their wife, their significant other, their mother, their father, and they just can't articulate it the way you did. And then the person in their life is like, that sounds ridiculous. Like, no, like that doesn't, you don't need to do any of that stuff, right? So maybe involve family members. That's part of the golden circle, right? If I was working with you and I said, hey, bring your brother in, your cousin, or whoever's most important and influential in your life, and I said, they can come in the call. A lot of times I'll do events and I'll say, buy one, get one free. Bring a friend in with you, because when you have a buddy going through transformation with you, compliance is a lot higher. It seems more fun that way. So involve family members, involve loved ones with your services. Objective measurements, I think, are super important, right? So set objective measurements so you can measure success, whether you're in practice or in your business, right? That's part of the golden circle, because then each of you have an objective way of measuring progress. So here, let me give you two examples, right? Like, I've had people, I've seen this, witnessed this in practice. Somebody will come in, get a treatment, and then the practitioner will say, okay, well, hope you feel better, you know, call me if you want, or hopefully you feel better. And there's no objective measurement created like this. Let's say somebody comes into for shoulder pain. A simple objective measurement is have them go against a wall, raise their arm, and stop when the shoulder starts to hurt. So, oh, it hurts right there. Great. Put a sticky note on the wall and then treat them. And then after the treatment, say, let's go try the wall. And then, because, you know, oftentimes the pain's not completely gone, but it's kind of better. And you can do the VAS scale, 1 to 10. But I like the sticky notes. So they go back to the wall. You say, okay, raise your arm. They raise their arm. And they go, oh, it hurts here. So then you put a new sticky note. And you and the patient now see an objective measurement of success. So you can do that with products, but this one is really good for practice. Set and agree on expectations. You know, that's part of the golden circle. Let them know, hey, in traditional Chinese medicine, it usually takes about 20 sessions for this to completely resolve itself. So let's come in twice a week. Let's come in once a week. Let's work with your schedule. But make sure they understand the expectations. And if you want best results, herbs are going to be really necessary here to have the best results. Follow up and stay connected. Follow up. Follow up. That's part of the golden circle, right? We don't treat them and treat them. We treat them and we keep them in our golden circle. So follow up, and whether that follow up is 2 months from now, 6 months from now, or what have you, follow up and check in with them. You're going to get a lot of good feedback that way to see how you can make your experiences and sessions even more powerful and exceptional. Thank you for referral. If anybody refers somebody to you, your practice or your business, reach out to them and say thank you for the referral and give them a summary of the results, right? Let's say I had somebody come, this is a true story, I had somebody come in for frozen shoulder. I treated them 4 times, once a week, so it's 4 weeks total, 1 acupuncture session that consisted with acupuncture, cupping, gua sha, and heat. And a complete full range of motion. The person that referred that to me was a physical therapist. So I literally wrote up just a little 1-page summary of that patient's results after 4 sessions. And I called up that physical therapist. I had never met him before. They referred him to me. I said, when is Joe working? And I went over to Joe's office. I asked the receptionist, when does Joe take his lunch? I went when Joe was taking his lunch. I asked to see Joe. I said, Joe, I'm Dr. East. First of all, how did you hear about me? Oh, and this is a true story. He said, my girlfriend's sister knew of you and I needed to find an acupuncturist, so I just referred him. I said, well, thank you for referring this patient to me because within 4 sessions, and I summarized it here for you, completely pain-free, full range of motion, and the physical therapist's mouth dropped like, what? What? Yeah. Right. He had no idea. And that created a beautiful golden circle of working together. The two of us worked together for a number of years on a lot of cases with a lot of patients, all because I thanked him for the referral. So if anybody refers somebody to you, thank them for the referral. And then when it's appropriate, get other people to help you with that case. Patient care co-management is the golden circle. Don't try to be the end-all be-all. If massage will help improve your treatment outcomes, tell the patient, let's get you a massage as well. In facial rejuvenation, I always did a facial halfway through and at the very end. Because in 12 sessions, if they got 2 facials that helped with the exfoliation, they got better results and they loved it. And they told all their friends about it, and I charged more for it. I charged a little bit more for the series, and I personally paid the esthetician to do the 2 facials, but it was included in the whole program, which was more valuable because the whole experience was enhanced. That's a whole lot for you today on this Motivational Monday with a splash of money. I want you to think about the golden circle and how it applies to your practice and maybe even your life. People that you love, are you letting them know that you love them? Do you keep that continuous loop? You know, well, I told my sister I loved her 5 years ago. That's not a golden circle. That sounds like treat them and street them, right? Like we continually pour into them. When you're sending out content to your patients, your customers, yes, there's one thing to say, hey, I've got this new program, I got this, but add value to that connection, and that's the golden circle. Constantly adding value. If you read a good book and you want to share it with others, like I just did, that's part of the golden circle. Hey guys, I just read this awesome new book. I think it'd be really helpful for you in your business or your practice, right? That's the golden circle. So like I said, I'm going to copy all of these bullets and share them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you and how you create a golden circle in your practice, your business, or your life. And I will be back here next Monday, Motivational Mondays with a splash of money. In the notes, I also have some ways we can engage further because I'm only talking about one step in my 4-step process, which is called the practice road trip, where we go to your golden circle, then we go to your healing temple, then we go to the great sage, and then we go to the giving forest. And that is part of my larger program called the Love Your Practice program. And normally that program is a monthly coaching program for only $750. I work with you and we work individual, we get these modules and we have a group. But guess what? I realize some people don't want all that. They just want to DIY. They want to do it themselves. So if you want all that content and just go through it at your pace and absorb the content for yourself, it's now available. You can just buy the content. And if you want to do coaching on the side and not do the whole coaching program, it is now available for you. So that's me listening to feedback, me keeping the golden circle, and wanting to create as much value for everybody as possible. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for starting it here or whenever you're watching it. And I'll be back again next Monday. I already have a whole lot of cool content for you then. Bye for now.